this video may be old news for some of you at this point, but I'm sure there's some of you that also aren't aware that it was a thing that happened, or that only heard half the story and not how it panned out. So I figured I'd actually go ahead and make a video on this. At this point it's been resolved because it got procrastinated so long for me to actually make the video, but anyway. So y'all heard about when EOS sued Revo last year, right? That's old news. That's not what this is about. This is about the new EOS lawsuit. This time not by them, but directed at them. Basically, this woman started a class action lawsuit, and to my knowledge, she was the only person on this class action lawsuit, which defeats the purpose of it being a class action suit, but I digress. But, basically, she had a reaction to EOS and decided to sue the company. Now, granted, her reaction was a very extreme one, but you cannot sue a company for an allergic reaction. Basically, everything that she posted in detail aligns exactly with what an allergic reaction to this product looks like in its extreme forms. Not that this product in and of itself is a bad product and will totally harm your lips. She tried to make it sound like, by using this you're going to damage your lips. This is what she made it sound like, and that's not true. Basically, what had happened was she had bought some and used it, and her lips started to chap, so she assumed, being a chapstick-like product, that she would use more of it and that she needed to use more because of this. And as she did it, it got worse, and basically it was a snowball effect where the worse it got, the more she'd use it, which resulted in her getting that much worse, so she'd use it some more, and eventually it wasn't just her lips. They started to blister, it started to spread outside to around her mouth, it got all red and peely, and basically all around horrible looking, I will admit. But all that said, this is what an allergic reaction to a lip product looks like when you have an extreme reaction and you continue to use the product anyway. She is not the first person to have this sort of a reaction, and she used that to her advantage with this lawsuit, because pretty much any day of the week you could go to EOS's Facebook and look through the posts on there, the user posts anyway, not the ones from the page itself, but you could look to what people have posted there and see that people have posted about reactions they've had to the product and letting them know that this is a thing that happened, and usually followed by, I'm never buying your product again. Sometimes just that they had an issue with just one. Like me personally, I had a very mild issue with the lemon drop one, but that was it, and it was nothing like this woman's. It just made them chap, so I stopped using it. End of story. It was never a big deal for me, but then again, common sense. So, it's one of those things where it's like, let's see, you use a product and you have a reaction to it, the common logic solution would be to stop using it. What do you know? What a novel concept! So, anyway, this woman did not, and she kept using it, and a lot of these people kind of had a similar thing happen, where they assumed that because this product is for chapped lips, that because they had developed chapped lips from it, they should keep using it that much more heavily, and because they were having an allergic reaction, they ended up with like a super allergic reaction. To my knowledge, nobody's gone into anaphylaxis over it or anything, but contact dermatitis big time has been a thing for some people with this product. Now, I don't know if the woman actually ended up winning any money out of the lawsuit. That part, I never heard anything. I don't think she did. But when the case was resolved, basically I think the ruling was that EOS agreed that they're going to put a little warning on the packaging now, saying that if symptoms like this occur, discontinue use. I mean, to be fair, that probably, for legality reasons, probably should have been on there anyway. Most products have some sort of disclaimer like that on them, no matter what the product is, that if you develop some sort of a rash, or if you develop blah blah blah, if you develop some sort of a reaction, discontinue use and or consult a doctor is usually on it. Look at most products. Most already have that. So the fact that EOS didn't have that was almost kind of weird that they didn't, but now they're gonna. But I think that's as far as this case went. If she ended up winning any money out of it, I'd be very surprised, because I do not think you can actually sue and succeed at suing for having an allergic reaction to something, because that's not the fault of the company. And even with all organic and natural ingredients, that does not necessarily mean you won't be allergic to it, because look at how many people are, for instance, say, very allergic to, like, strawberries, to where their throat will swell up and or possibly die from eating a strawberry, a thing that comes naturally from the earth. I mean, all natural is no guarantee you won't have some sort of a severe allergic reaction to it. But it doesn't mean you can sue a company because you had that reaction. Now, if there were something where it was the fault of a product being designed a certain way that caused a reaction, then you'd have a legitimate case. But this one, everything about it just seemed to be that she had an allergic reaction, even though she tried to spin it in a way to make it sound like, no, your product is damaging and people should know that it is damaging, when really it's not. But yeah, so I don't think she won, but they did agree to put warning labels on the products from now on. So I don't know when exactly the ones you start seeing on shelves will start displaying that. I assume probably in the not too distant future, but yeah, so this was a fairly recent thing, in the past month or two that this was going on. But like I said, at this point, the case has been closed, it's all resolved, and that seems to be the outcome. So, in case any of you had been hearing about it and didn't know how it turned out, or if you hadn't heard about it in the first place, now you know. So, that's about all I have to say about that. So, as usual, if you liked this video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, leave comments down below, and until next time, bye!